Hello, folks, and welcome to the stream. Gonna end the day with some Card Shop Simulator. Keep working on that full grind. You can see here that we have 1,448 of the Tetramon cards and 1,447 of the Destiny cards. So we are only 4 cards away from Tetramon and 5 cards away from Destiny. We're actually 10 ghost foils away. The card mod that I have doesn't understand the display case. Once it's removed from the notebook and goes into a personal display case, it can't count it. It's counting the card holders. Excuse me. So we still have 5 white ghost foils we need to get and 5 black foils we need to get. We'll get them eventually. See, we were all set up for the day. So all we got to do is start you guys, let everybody come in, and let's keep working on that grind. Opening card sets here, working on epics here because we have 3 more of those and 1 legendary. And on here we're working on the common. Common destinies, and then we'll change over to the rares as well as the legendaries. And if we happen to buy them in between, great. Must add a few extras of those. And then once we get done and finish all of these, the base cards, I am going to then start selling cards. We're working, well, we still got a lot of grading to do. By my count, I think I've got about roughly 425 graded Gem Mint 10 cards. And there's an achievement that we need to get 500. So I think we're about 75 away from getting graded 10-minute cards. And they have to be ones you grade. You can't buy them. And so every day we've got a box of 8 cards that comes to us graded. I'm using the 4-day turn. And that's a graded. Decline. Every day we've got 8 cards coming to us. These are all ghost cards. I've been doing just ghost cards. And I've seen nothing that says they have to be different cards. It better not be 500 different cards. But I'm sure it's not, because the first achievement was 10 cards, then 100 cards, and then 500 cards. And I'm sure in the 100 I had some moves. So now we do a lot of declining of the cards that people want to trade or sell, because we simply don't need them. We only need, to find these 9 other cards. And the ghost foils if they have both. But I still buy some, because if I have one, you never know when you should have had a second and you could have traded that one with somebody for a new card. So if the price is right, and if the graded card would be like really high value for a level 10 or like a 7 through a 10, then I'll look at the price and decide, do I want to spend it? And I don't have to buy it, so if I haggle a little bit and they decide no, then not much of a loss. Get over here. About an hour away, so 12:30-ish. get some. We did pick up, I think there's 3 cards on the stream earlier today. I think we started at 14, yeah, we started at 1446 in both sets. And we got 2 Tetramons and 1 Destiny during the stream this morning. So making progress. Waited too long. That's what happens when I get to looking at those and refilling them and all. So we do have 2 achievements left. Like I said, the first one is getting 500 graded Gem Mint 10 cards. And then the task that's going to be the hardest of all. You have to get a grade 1 through a grade 10 of one particular card. And you have to grade them. You cannot buy them. And so a lot of people online are saying, hey, the only way to do this is pick a common card that you might have 2,000 or 3,000 of. Just constantly grade. Just grind and grade them. Grade them, grade them, grade them. And I'm attempting to do that with my Ghost. So the Ghost cards I've been buying, I'm not trading for them unless I was trading for a brand new card that I needed for my set. And I know I'll never get there, but with those. But the real problem with that achievement is that to get a 1, 2, or 3, now see, here's a new card. Well, that's not. It's a black foil, which I'm pretty sure I've got. Jigo, or where he is. Actually, I don't have him, but this is a graded card. And it won't count towards completing my set. But yeah, so like that Gigawar, if I decided that was my most favorite of all favorite cards in all of these, and I had, 500 of these, I could just start grading them. But the odds of getting a 1, 2, 3, and even a 4 are only 1%. So it's next to impossible to get those. I think I've only got 2 1s and 1 2 card, graded card out of all the cards I've graded. So I personally think that that achievement is a tad unfair. The way they've designed the game and put in the odds, it's, you know, that's too much grinding. That's what I'm not a fan of. Grinding just to get an achievement like that is not worth it to me. So I don't really care if I get that set or get that achievement. You know, grinding to get 500 graded cards, well, that's different. You know, that's just, you grade your cards, you're going to get a lot of good ones. They're going to go up in price. You sell them for profit, right? That's different than, hey, let's make the odds on these 1 through 3s so low that it's next to impossible to ever getting them, especially on just one particular card. You know, at each level, it's just, that's a ridiculous grind. And I think there's people who claim they have achieved that, but it doesn't reflect in the global Steam achievements from what I can tell. We're starting to get a little bit of stinkies coming over even onto the third gauntlet. Now this morning I was talking about getting rid of this aisleway here and moving all of these down. So basically moving those 6 down to here, forcing people to walk like here, right to here, and then come in. And then that would force them to have to walk by all 3 of these. Now this one will spray. If there's a stinky here, it'll spray. And to my knowledge, since I did that a few streams back, I haven't had any escaped stinkies get in and ruin my score, my Yelp reviews or game reviews, right? Not that they mean anything. These reviews don't mean anything. They will eventually. The devs are going to tie them to increases or decreases in customers for that day or week, right? You know, if you got a stinky store, why would people want to go? So you'd see customer base drop. But so it'll be in today for those. Okay. But yeah. I may do a little bit of that remodeling. And it's also for the aspect of when I do start selling cards, I need to put up, you know, I'm thinking I want to have card tables, not playing tables, but card selling, individual card selling tables, like one here, one here, one here, one here, maybe. If I could fit 4 of them in here. 1 and 2, not going to trade that, that's too small. Don't want your graded. That one. And we'll do that one. End of the day. Quick scan to see if the new thing pops up. I do this and then stop, and the first time I stop, one will pop up. Graded. What do we get here? A full art card, okay. card in that in those 3 packs. I just got a new card, $14.49. Look at that. Okay, you're regular. Put you back there. Check our destinkifiers. Yep, we filled those just. And these belong over here, but because these are farther away from these shelves, my workers will fill packs here, right there, and they say, oh look, the shelf's over there, let me go bring it out. They go to the closest one. Now we got an epic, which makes sense. We were open epic packs, right? Duh. Nice, 12,300 in profit. That's a good day. To restock the shelves. Help there. Got you guys. A couple of 5s in there. You can see how the 5s are kind of getting frayed edges and things. Gonna go to Ghost. Duplicates. Let's pay the bills. And I'm just grading all my Ghost duplicates. So every day we're grading those duplicates like that. I could just move you down here. Keep this for now. Just keep the aisle this wide. You know, this wide. When I do that now, I could even turn the comic books here to make it where you can't even go this way. You would have to come in and do an L shape and come here. My workers, all the customers and everything. Oh, there they go. They're about done. Okay. And the counter. And the counter. Epic Destiny box and Draconix figurine. Okay. Okay, 4.8. So we haven't run out of stock. We've kept it a clean store. A smell good store. So okay, we're on the right path now there. Now, before we start today, we start our cards opening. The morning round is Destinies. The afternoon is Destinies and Tetramon. And then the afternoon round is just Tetramon. And we're doing that strictly to, we've been trying to just minimize the money that we outlay every day. Okay, everybody's running. Everything's set. Another day looking for cards. Hello, moderator. How you doing? How you feeling today? Getting closer and closer to completing the sets. 3 cards away on the Tetramon. 5 cards away on Destiny. That's a bummer. It's okay. It kind of comes and goes. The less I do on it, the better. I still probably need to call a doctor and let him look at it, just to be safe. But it hadn't been swelling as much, and but it was a kind of icky day today anyway, so didn't get to get outside and do much. Just kind of stayed inside and said, I don't want to be cold and wet. So the rain's moved out, so it's still going to be cool. We're starting to get our cool weather now. Decline. Let's see, how do you go? 3,800. I don't want to spend anything on you. 3 of those. Ooh, don't need any else. You still working to build up your inventory? Getting ready for the big show? I'll save $1,000. Except, ooh, we reached 2.7 million. With a room to spare. No, let's trade. Nope, don't. I do not trade my postcards. Oh yeah, I've got my weekends off. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, I remember that now. You were saying they might even cancel the festival, right? Just because of the storms, that the bands that were scheduled to play and all. Hours, so 2 p.m. 2 to 2:30. That's a bummer. Get out there, get it set up, and then have to tear down within 2 hours. What's that? 9 for 11 gives me 10 and 10. Okay, great. Giving my ghost away. Want a graded card. Repeat, don't want a graded card. Seems like a lot of stinkies are coming today. Well, hopefully none of your product got wet. Otherwise, you'd have to be drying it out and throwing it into dryer. So you were borrowing your dad's tent, if I remember right. It's an ugly card. I don't like that card. It's a scary card. Yeah. That's good. And let's see. 16,000 for a graded 9, 8,600 for a graded 8, 31,000 for a graded 10. So do I really want to try to invest? Because I've only got one. I want to try to invest in that. Because somebody could want it as a trade. See if that just pisses him off. Oh, that's your final offer. Okay. 42.50. Yeah, figured it. I'm good with that. That's one we'll certainly try to grade. The really high dollar ones like that, I plan on grading just to try to get the money. Okay. That's right, you're all done. Now I gotta refill you. Okay. What is going on with that shelf? Keeps not wanting me to grab from it. Need it when I got 12 of them. It's the afternoon and the traders and sellers pick up in the evening. keeping me on my toes. In the day. Ready? Standard. I start a group in the morning, then a group in the afternoon. I got enough time to get 2 groups through the day. Just like clock. Man, how many stinkies are coming in? $160. Line. Uh-oh, we dropped. The last 3 hours, I don't see why we dropped. $63 and $42. Take that trade. Nope. I don't trade any ghost. No, unless it's for a brand new car. Don't need to buy my 371th of one of my favorite cards. These stinkifiers, gotta keep those. Ooh, would have been filling up over here. Okay. And then that's stuck on the trash can. There. Okay, I've still got a couple hours. Oh yeah, I bought that $4,500 card. Okay, I'm like, why is my profit so low? Because I paid $4,250 for a single piece of cardboard. Only 210, so we're about 430 created gem mint 10 cards out of 500 we need for the achievement. This card. Duplicates. Hey everybody. Restock. And keep the grading going. Close that. Lots and boxes. Big old bubble that says new. Orange. Let's see. Start you going. And were there extras? Yes, there's these. We're not going to open you. Destiny Pack 64, right? Epic card pack, the 4 and the 1. That needs to go over to the other location, I guess. But they'll put it over here because it's closer. Oh no. I thought I was getting one of those. Oops. Oh well. Only 168 bucks. Big whoop. Bonus though. Bring me new cards, people. I want new cards. No stinkies. Stinkies go away. Or else I deodorize you. Jeez. I was looking through all my all the security camera videos of people, and everything, of course, is about all the kids or the adults that were stealing bowls of candy for Halloween. And I mean, it wasn't to the point where they're even just, hey, here's a bowl, and they empty it into their bag. They take the whole bowl, and they run. Oh, hey, it says take one. Take the whole bowl. They run. and there's people driving by in cars really slow. Like, you know, it's like a group of kids driving along, and one of them gets out, and then they go up and they steal it, and then come on back, you know, run back to the car, and the car takes off. One of them, worst of all, was, it looked like a parent, and they were actually telling the kid, just take it all, just take it all. The sign says, just, you know, take a piece or two, just take it all. I mean, that's sad. I just turned the porch lights out. We didn't have anybody come. I remember that. I didn't remember you were in the dino onesie, but I remember you were chasing them, trying to chase them. One of them was, I mean, it's good video too, of the boy and the girl. The boy was dressed up in like a blow-up pumpkin outfit. Kind of like those blow-up sumo wrestler outfits, right? And he goes walking up, and then a girl comes up behind. She doesn't have an outfit on or anything. It's like just jeans, you know, jeans, a shirt, carrying a bag, whatever. And they don't steal candy. There was an Amazon delivery at the door, and the kid literally says, "Oh man, they've got a package here," and he grabs it and he turns around and he starts to run. And around that time is when the girl turns the corner and she says something like, "We'll get it." And he's already got it and he's running back. And I mean, they almost collide, but they don't. And then they just take off. Man, that's just sad. One for one, can't do you. Yeah. Good night. That's just ridiculous. I mean, the lack of morals of people. A parent telling the kids, yeah, go do that. That's a trade. Nope, not my ghost. Nope, not getting my ghost. 2 and 1. Nope, not doing that one. Bucky needs to put something in that coworker's coffee in the morning. You can just imagine all the candy that's going to be in all the offices tomorrow, or Monday, when everybody goes back to work. whatever candy they weren't able to give out. Kids weren't coming and getting it or whatever. The other thing that's funny is on those networks you always see, hey, where's the good candy? What neighborhood has the good candy? And invariably you're going to see somebody that's like, they're giving away full-size candy bars at this, in this subdivision. Like, really? I mean, I guess that's the big draw. Ugh. Instead of the little bite-sized pieces of candy, you get full-size candy bars. We gotta go there. Two of those. Yeah. I like that one. 1,000. Bingo. I'll take it. Yeah. You know, it's like when you were growing up and you heard when parents were like, "Oh, little Jimmy's got the mumps down the road." Everybody take your kids over there to, who hadn't had the mumps. Take your kids over there to play with little Jimmy so you can catch the mumps. This was like, parents used to do that? Yeah. I'd ask my mom that. Y'all used to do that? Yeah. So y'all are evil. No, it was just making sure that you get the mumps when you're young and you can fight it off and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, it's still evil. Yep, chicken pox parties. Yep. See, these are 3 and a half. Oh, that's in today. Losing track of the time decline. I don't want your graded cards. Uh-huh. Yeah, take that one. That one. Accept that one. Yeah, I'm sure she loved that. All the attention. Seven gets me 4 to 6. Okay, do that. Yeah, I turned the porch lights off. Probably around 4 o'clock, just to make sure they'd be off. And then turn them back on just before midnight. whatever. It was probably 9:30, 10 o'clock. That was like the last of the hooping and the hollering that I heard of kids in the streets. It started probably 5:30ish, and then went till 9:30. Two and a three would be 3 and a 2. No sense making that trade. Come on, people. I need new cards. Y'all were doing great. A couple, 3 streams in a row. Now I'm getting all my cards from opening my packs. Well, most of them now. And those are few and far between. I always go back to the for Halloween when you see all the kids, you know, dressed up and all of that. The one thing constantly goes back into my head, and it's the movie E.T. where they get to do the where they can take E.T. out. You know, walking the streets, and he sees the one guy that's kind of dressed like Yoda, and he like veers towards him. He's like, home, home. There's space for you guys over here, right? Yes. We're just gonna open these. Clear that out when they come in. Now I'll stick with this method. Thinking about adding some rares and legendaries, but stick with this. And we pay everybody. Make sure we get that done. Have you guys join restocking the shelf. Build a destinkifier. Two 10s. 6 and an 8 and a hydro. Okay. Get the next round of these going. haven't, man, why'd you come up? Dang it. Do this. Since you were there, when that tries to fill up, it should be all 64. 128's there now. I don't think you emailed me one of the stories, did you? I was going to try to play around with that a little bit to see if I could automate it. But you're going to do that Monday, right? You're going to stream that new episode Monday? Yep, I'll text you that. I don't have my phone in here with me, but I'll text that to you later. Or when I take a break here. I need to take a break in about 15-20 minutes. Oh yeah, that's true. Gotta make sure you're feeling good before you can go do that. There we go. I did buy butter today at the store in preparation for the roasting of the pecans. I do need to check though, I forgot to check to see if I have cinnamon. Okay, I do not want you for plushie. I'm going to buy an extra plushie of each. I don't want you to go out. And somebody did. So sometime during the day. Yep, Draconics. They gave me 2 stars because we ran out of Draconics. And again, this review doesn't mean anything right now. It's tied into the store. The devs haven't done anything with it, but when you see scores drop like this, eventually they're going to tie it into the store and you're going to lose customers. You won't get as many customers for a day or two until your scores start to go back up, which I like. I like that aspect. Adds a difficulty layer to the game. And the counter. And the counter. Man, Stinky's already coming in. Take a shower before you leave. The house. Yeah, I know I've got Splenda. But I'm debating if I want to use real sugar, since I'm going to take some to the office. I always try to remind people. You know, like if they ask, you know, sometimes I've actually put a sign up because they'll walk by the office and they see it and they grab it, right? And but I'll put up a little sign that will say it's got unsalted butter, cinnamon, and sugar. Or the other is just, you know, the unsalted butter and salt, of course. Lots of salt. And then I always say watch out for the pith, just in case. Because you never know if you get a little bit of shell or pith in those half-shelled. Always look before you just throw one in your mouth. Look at it. Make sure. Because I ain't paying for nobody cracking their teeth on my thoughts. I like this here only because it gets people in and out. But if they go here, they go there, they're still walking a long way. And they're staying in the store. The whole aspect of the game is you can have at most 28 people in the store at one time. So the sooner they get to the product they want to buy and get to the register and then leave, the sooner you can replace that customer. Nope, don't want no graded ghost. And yet I'm not seeing anything about stinkies. Going back up. Draconics is selling out. Wow. It's selling fast. I'm gonna go get some more Draconics. Try to stay ahead of that. No, I only use unsalted butter. I don't like salted butter because I prefer to, you know, control the salt in anything and everything I do. So I always use unsalted butter, but I use, once I, about halfway through, well, a lot of times I melt the butter and then I pour it over the pecans and I'll mix them. So sometimes I do that in a Ziploc bag, right? Sometimes I'll just put them in there. The key there is you don't want the pecans, they can't be cold. Because if they're cold and you pour butter on them, the butter will start to actually solidify, even though it's hot, warm butter. I mean, if I just pull the pecans out of the refrigerator. So I want to pull them out and let them sit out for a little bit. Not necessarily get room temp, but so then I coat them, and then I'll take a little bit of salt. What do we get here? Ooh, a full art card. Okay. I take a little bit of salt, put it in there, mix it with them, just so I know there's going to be salt kind of, you know, sticking to them. And then about halfway through the cooking, I'll get the salt shaker out, and I don't go heavy on it. But when I'm pulling them out, usually after the first 15 minutes to stir them, I'll take the salt shaker and put it over there, because all the butter hadn't melted or been baked into it. And then I finish cooking them, and then pour them out onto a parchment, and then grab the salt shaker, and that's when I get the bulk of the salt. And they're still warm enough and buttery enough where a lot of the salt will stick to it. But it would actually be better for me not to salt after I've taken them out of the oven, because there's still a good amount of that won't stick to the pecan. But hey, you've never complained about them, so neither does anybody else. So let's see, you're not getting my ghost. So, and it's a twist. I mean, I know I never saw my mom salt them before or during. She would always salt them after. But she cooks them, she doesn't cook them as long as I do, but I cook at a lower temperature. She cooks at a higher temperature for a shorter time. And I use more butter than she would. So, just differences. But, and even the cinnamon sugar ones, there's salt on them, but I don't put near as much salt on just the regular roasted ones when I do cinnamon sugar. I do enough salt to, it's got a, when you taste it, there's the saltiness to it, but you're really tasting the cinnamon and the sugar. Or at least that's what I try to do. But the cinnamon sugar ones, those definitely go into a Ziploc bag. And I mix the cinnamon and the sugar. And then I pour the melted butter over the pecans, mix them, and then I pour that into the Ziploc bag with the cinnamon sugar, seal the cinnamon sugar up with a whole bunch of air, kind of like a pillow, and then just shake it and make sure it gets coated really well, and then put it back into the pan and cook them. And about the only thing I have to do there is stir them. But then when they come out, I'll taste one or two just to make sure. Normally I might add a little more salt, but I also have a cinnamon and sugar shaker filled, because I use that for cinnamon toast. And so I'll shake extra in there if it doesn't look like it, if a few don't look like they got coated well or something. But yeah, it takes a while, because I won't do 2 batches in an oven at the same time. I just refuse to, because invariably you'll probably start scorching one pan, like the pan that's lower, closer to the broiler, or closer to the hot iron. 700. Nope, pissed him off. That's fine. Didn't care about that one anyway. So I go one at a time. So when I make 4 pounds, it's going to end up, that'll take me 5 or 6 hours to do 4 pounds. Because like I said, I roast at a low temperature for 45 minutes. And I stir every 15 minutes. So then during that first one, I'll get the second pan ready so that when the first pan comes out, the second pan can go in, and then I finish dealing with that first batch. What are we doing? We went through one round, so nobody's wanting to give me new cards. Okay, we'll check the destinkifier. Get a can there. 2 cans here. Last customer of the day. Still shopping. Really out of draconics. Started improving. Oh man, right at 9 o'clock, out of draconics, so I get 1 star. I'm gonna buy a bunch of those. Hey everybody. Make sure we are ghost duplicates. And done good, but I think we're only about 430. I think it was like 211 or 2211 maybe. I think we're still about 70 cards away. Okay. Restock. I don't think I'm going to move these yet. I think I'll keep this aisleway here because we're not getting reports of the stinkies. We were when we just had 2 of these here. And if I had 3 stinkies come in at the same time, 2 would get sprayed, 1 of them would make it through, and then would come in here. But since I added this 3rd one, no more stinky problems to date. No. Right there. Wood paneling, fake wood, whatever. Close enough. Okay, well, you guys processing, right? Okay. But y'all got filled up first. That's unusual. Normally they get filled up last. I've done that before, and my guys actually catch the boxes when the timing's right. At least it looks like they do. Okay, man the counter. Screen. We want the play map, but now we've filled the shelves, so that's why we need 3 more boxes. I'm gonna buy 4 more boxes extra. They should stay there. Interesting. Okay, good. That's what I expected. So they like to grab the ones that are on the floor first. Okay. Start the day, continue the grind. Bring me new cards, people. Okay, go get my phone. I saw that. You two walked away. Quit that. Quit that. They won't come back, but they probably had new cards to sell me. I want to sell them. Oh, okay, sell them. Yeah. There you go. Give me those ghost cards. You guys should all be done. Down to needing 8 cards. Just getting harder and harder. We'll get there though. We'll get there. You got it lined up. Nope, lost one. Great card, don't we? No, looking for your graded cards. People still posting videos from Halloween, people stealing everything. Left, okay. Yep, kind of out of sync, so I'm actually not going to start this second round here. Decline. It's a constant. Can't buy new help these days. Good help. Conics, are you sold out? Forgot to look at you. Okay, there's still two more. It's going back up. So buying those extra 4 gave me just enough. Okay. Must have been one sitting back there. Ooh. The Destinkifier. That one was busy today. Good day. Yeah, just not getting very much of anything. Everybody, submit next batch. Yeah, stock. Only been about 38 days of the Draconic, so they should be buying more of these for 4 more days. It's either 4 more days, 3 or 4 more days. Okay, everything's solid, but I'm gonna go ahead and get some more, just in case. With that one. Whoops. Okay. Oh, that's right. I didn't have you. Oh, shoot. Okay. I purposely did not have that shelf have any. I must have accidentally put one in there when I was trying to move around. Okay, that's fine. We'll take care of that this way. Get the graded cards. These are good. But I am tired. I've been up for a long time today, so I'm gonna call it a stream. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks favorite and bestest moderator. Hope everybody has a great night. Hit that follow button on Twitch, hit that subscribe button on YouTube. I'll go ahead and start posting this video up there, so it should be there soon. And hope everybody has a great rest of your night. Have a great tomorrow. And I will see you on the next stream.